Jack. Going to give a little update on my weight loss, dry fasting, lifestyle, whatever in the world you want to call it. I don't know what it is, but just give you some updates on that. I posted yesterday on Facebook my standing on a scale with my very nasty toes. I want to apologize to the people that saw those nasty toes and the trauma that watching, looking at those nasty toes has caused you. Um, I got some funky toes. I'm sorry. It's just the way it is. Anyway, but I posted on there about my 100-pound weight loss, which I feel very, very good about. And as I said on the post, I started the whole weight loss journey this phase of my weight loss journey, which has been a lifelong struggle, but I appear to be winning the struggle right now. Anyway, I started 393 pounds on January 5th. Actually, my highest weight, I didn't post this, my highest weight was 455 pounds. That's crazy. That's sad. That's a whole lot of things. I have some internal struggles too, by the way. Let's say, don't we all? And that's something I'm going to try to address a little bit in this video and hit a little bit harder on this in some subsequent videos. There's going to be more videos to come, by the way. I got a lot of stuff to talk about. So somebody's got to do something with all this stuff. So social media and this whole video phenomenon, these YouTubers and stuff. I'm not trying to be rich and famous or nothing like that. Honestly, my truest intention is I want to help people with what they struggle with. I've had lots and lots and lots of help. I haven't done this all by myself. In fact, I don't think we're capable of doing it all by ourselves. I think when we need help, and I've needed help, and I still do from time to time. And that's okay to need help. It's not a weakness. It's just, well, it's admitting a weakness, and it's just part of being human. Don't we all have weaknesses and strengths? Either way. But my whole point about even putting this video up or anything is I'm putting myself out there into the world. I will probably be retiring from my full-time job within the next few months or so, and I probably will be doing drug and alcohol counseling on a part-time basis. But what I want to do is just put myself out there in the world. So nothing helps people like evidence. So I have some evidence that the dry fasting absolutely works. I have evidence that keto absolutely works, intermittent fasting, OMAD, all these methods work. There's a tremendous amount of different methods to lose weight. This is just but one of them. But I want to really give a big shout out to Cole Robinson. I don't know if Cole Robinson is going to see this or have any idea about this. I'd love to contact you someday and talk to you and actually meet you one day. You never know. But dude, you have inspired me to do this dry fasting, death fast as you call it, where the dry fasting, like I say, I started off at 390. Let me go through my story real quick. 393 pounds on January 5th. I studied and researched keto before I did it. I strongly encourage you to study and research any method you're going to use for whatever it is in life before you buy into trying it. You need to see some evidence of the results, and you need to buy into that this can work for me. Same thinking goes behind addiction recovery, by the way. You see other people in recovery, you see that power of example of lives that have changed. And so you see the evidence. It's there before your eyes, and that evidence, that power of example is extremely powerful, extremely inspirational. And honestly, if you look at it and you ask yourself a very vital question like, well, if they could do it, why can't I? What's the answer to why can't you? And there may be a legitimate answer to why you can't. But chances are, the odds are, there's a totally illegitimate answer or answers to why you can't do what you want to do in life. And I've struggled with that my entire life. That internal struggle, that voice in my head that says, you can't because you failed and you did this and you failed and you regained the weight back, so why bother keep trying? And I listened to that voice for a long time, and that's how I got to 455 pounds, by the way. Was listening to that stupid lying voice. It's a lie. It's a lie from the pit of heck. And it is. It really is a lie. So what we have to do is stop believing our own lies, stop believing our own bull crap, basically, and get in touch with, I need to challenge myself and try something different. So I did. And so I started keto. I went through some heavy duty struggles and bouts with keto flu, and I would replenish my electrolytes using Powerade. I knew nothing about snake juice back in January of this year. But as I continued this, I'd gotten down to 335 by August 8th, and so I decided I'm going to try to break this stall. It was like I stayed at 335 for a while, and I wasn't really happy and pleased with the results I was still getting from keto and doing OMAD and intermittent fasting. So I thought, let me do some long-term wet fasting. I could do that. I can go without eating food for days and just drink water. Um, but as I started my wet fast, I'm watching one of Cole Robinson's videos, and the Cole Robinson video had to do with dry fasting, which I thought was a total insane, ludicrous, ridiculous idea in the first place. The idea of not consuming liquids sounded totally irrational because I too believed the lies that we've been taught that, well, if you don't drink for 3 days, you'll die, basically. Well, that's obviously not true. I've done 5.5 days of dry fasting, and I felt like I could go longer, but I was like also, when I got to that last phase, that 5.5 day of dry fasting, I was like, you need some liquid, and you need a refeed. Now's the time. Your body will let you know when it's time to break the fast. I mean, I was going to go for a 6 to 7 day fast, but I broke it early, and there's nothing wrong with breaking a fast early, especially with this death fast method that Cole Robinson came up with. Because the method is this, and this is what I'm following, and this is what's going to give me the results I'm really looking for, of losing as much of this weight as I can as quickly as possible, and to do it in actually a pretty safe and a very healthy way, by the way. Because dry fasting is do the research, look it up, watch the videos, see the evidence for yourself. Dry fasting does a whole lot more for people than just losing weight. Losing weight is one of the many benefits that people get from dry fasting. So I'm not going to go into all that right now. So I started this last phase of fasting. I had went back up to 318, and I was like, it's cool. I don't care, because I know I can drop this stuff off me real quick now. So I did, and I went into that 5.5 dry fast, and I got down to 293, which is 100 pounds less than 393. Yay, 100 pounds. Um, so I like I said, I've been refeeding and very, very slowly drinking snake juice, and I just had some crab meat last night that I made like into a semi-mock crab imperial kind of thing, and it was okay. It was good. It was good to eat. It was good to eat good, healthy crab meat's very, very healthy protein. Hardly any fat in that stuff at all, in lump crab meat anyway. And so, and I added some mayonnaise, which is good, healthy fat, and I added an egg, which is good, healthy fat and protein, by the way. So I had some really good food that I ate, and I'm taking it real slow. I'm going to have an omelet. I'm going to have my crab meat omelet later today for dinner tonight, and then maybe another 16 ounces of snake juice, and then back right into dry fasting for another 5 days, or until my body says what it says again. It may go longer than 5 days. I don't know. But that's basically my fasting weight loss update. I sit and I try to figure out the math that I can lose roughly, approximately, at the least, probably 15 pounds a week doing this. And so if I do the math, I'm at 294 right now. I like right now I'm 294, not 295 from the weight of what I just consumed, not fat. It can't convert to fat. Water can't convert to fat. And 8 ounces of crab meat and mayonnaise and an egg is not going to convert to fat. So my digestive system is going back into doing what it's supposed to do and digesting the food, and hopefully my gut microbiome is all better and reset and all that stuff, because the microbiome has a whole lot to do with a lot that happens with us as well. And so I'm going to keep repeating this pattern until I get down to my goal weight, which is 165. And somebody asked me that yesterday. They're like, what? 165? I'm like, well, according to the charts, that my height, that's where I probably should be. But I'm gonna do this whole thing intuitively. I'm gonna listen to my body. I'm going to see where I'm at the most comfortable weight wise. I'll be hitting the gym. I'll be hitting the weights. I'll be putting on more muscle because I want to be in the best shape I possibly can be in. So that's my plan. My plan for maintenance will be including fasting, including dry fasting, and eating keto most of the week. I'll be doing at least 1 to 2 days of a dry fast or a wet fast at least every week, probably. Eating keto for another 3 days or so, and then maybe 2 days of kind of eating what I want, and then go right back into fasting. And this becomes a lifestyle. The biggest concern that people have had, and it's a legitimate concern because it does happen. It's happened to me. I mean, I've lost lots of weight before, and I've regained lots of weight a few times. It's happened to me over and over again. I think I may have found a way to keep from repeating that cycle over and over again. So I'm not giving up. I'm not listening to the voice that says, "See, you failed. You failed." No, I'm going to say, don't. I'm listening to the voice in my head that says, "No, don't give up. Don't ever give up on anything." And I think we've all got both of those voices in all of our heads, basically. And if you're anything like me, you've followed and you listen to the voice that says, "Give up," probably more than you listen to the voice that says, "Don't give up." A very, very good dear friend of mine just messaged me a little while ago on Facebook and said that you're strong. I've always believed in you, that you're strong. And that's wonderful to hear. But I've had obvious weaknesses. I still have obvious weaknesses. They don't disappear and go away because a person's displaying strength in their life. We've got a combination of both going on all at the same time, and it's just. For you Christian Bible believers out there, read the book of Galatians if you want to read about the battle between the flesh and the spirit, because that's basically what I'm talking about. And it goes on until we take our last breath, and that's just the way it is. And it's okay, because it's the way it is, And so, like I told her, I said, I haven't seen this girl probably in 30 years. And she's a really, really dear friend of mine. And I'm looking forward to seeing her again someday soon. And I can sense that she has her struggles. We all have our struggles. We all have our internal struggles. We all know how to put the mask on and go out in the public. And there are times where we're happy, we're enjoying life, we're good, we're okay. But just about everybody, I think, at any given point in time is having some kind of struggle go on. And there are some people that I think are very mentally healthy, very mentally stable, mentally well, and got a good handle on this stuff. But I'm talking to the people that don't have such a good handle on this, and I've been one of those people, and I can still be one of those people. We struggle, and we need help with our struggles. So I'm just putting myself out there. If you're listening to this, and you're struggling, contact me. I'll return it. It may not be in the same day. It may be in a day or two afterwards, but I will return the message, and I will spend some time with you, maybe on the phone or just on messaging or whatever it is, and I'll try to help you with what you're struggling with. I'm not looking to get paid for it. I'm not looking to get rich and famous from this. I think things like that the financial thing will take care of itself, basically. I'm not that concerned about that. I'm doing okay in that area. So I just want to help people with what they struggle with, because I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot about what can really help us with this stuff. So this isn't just an update on the weight loss and the dry fasting. This is also some little bit of hope and inspiration to throw out there, because Lord knows we need as much of that stuff as we can literally get. So that's it for this update, and I hope you're doing good. And if you're not, contact me or somebody or go to a meeting or go to a church or go somewhere and connect with somebody somehow. Find somebody safe. Find somebody that you feel safe with, and hopefully they'll listen, and they'll provide you with some good feedback with what you're struggling with. It may not be the answer to your problems. it honestly, it's rarely found in an answer that comes from somebody else. Sometimes it happens just as you're sitting there and you're saying it out loud and you're getting that stuff out, and hopefully the emotions are coming out with it, and you begin to put two and two together for yourself. Or the other person has some different perspectives to help you with, to see it from a different perspective. And sometimes that's all we need, honestly, to help get us moving in the direction that we really want to be going in life. And that's what I'm about. That's what I want to try to help people with. So have a great day. Have a blessed day. Try to enjoy this time that we have here, and just try to even be a blessing to someone else. If you're struggling, think of something you're grateful for, and try to be there for somebody else. That will get you out of your funk. Talk to you again soon. More videos to come.